The room was quiet. Only the hum of the lightsabers broke the silence. Anakin was so happy to see his master there. However, Qui Gon didn't even acknowledge him. He was staring at Obi-Wan, his eyes locked in horror at what he had become. Mace and Yoda not leaving their gaze from Sidious, who was standing in defense as he smiled at Maul and Kenobi. Darth Maul snarled as his nostrils flared. His lips opened as he broke the silence.
You must be wondering how I survived, and how I took your Padawan to the true power of the Force, the dark side. Once I faltered and made a mistake, you luckily cut me in half, sending me down the reactor's core. The power of the dark side gives me unlimited abilities. Through my anger and my hatred for you, I survived. I knew I wanted my revenge on the Jedi. I summoned my master to come to me. As I waited his ship, I thought of the most ingenious and sinister plan. I knew how much Kenobi meant to you. I could see the despair in your eyes as I killed him. That was a pain you would have to live with forever. But what would be more painful than seeing him turn to the very resistance you base your life on defeating? This was where I grabbed his unconscious and broken body. We went to my home world on Dathomir to visit Mother Talzin, the most powerful witch in the galaxy. She repaired my severed body, brought out my true dark side abilities, and at my request, healed your Padawan's wounds and cast a spell to corrupt his mind to be my slave. He's still somewhere there inside, screaming to be released, but he never will. With my training over the last 2 decades, he will do what you did to me. We have trained for this day for many, many years, and now, your time has come.
Maul ordered Kenobi to attack his old master. As Maul turned to face Anakin, his 2 red lightsabers in front of Anakin's purple saber. Mace Windu yelled to Anakin to remember his trainings, and to fight hard until the others could join him, knowing this would be no easy task. The room sounded like 1 million bees, all buzzing frantically as lightsabers moved up, down, through furniture and walls, kicks being made, Yoda literally bouncing from walls and ceilings, jumping over and around Palpatine, as Mace Windu kept his ground with much effort. Sidious, gleaming with sweat, knew he had to kill one of them as fast as he could, as he would not be able to keep up with the fight for much longer. Obi-Wan ran to Qui Gon, telling him how he had waited for this moment for what felt like eternity, and how he couldn't wait to cut off his old master's head. Qui Gon spoke.
Obi-Wan, it is not you talking. It is the hex. It is the spell, my old friend. Don't give in. I wish I knew you were alive. I wish I could help you.
Obi-Wan, like a machine, did not answer. He thrusted his lightsaber straight towards Jinn, who blocked it, trying to talk sense into his old Padawan in the hopes of breaking through the spell, telling him of all their old missions together and how he was like a son to him. Maul pointed his lightsaber at Anakin.
Your time has come, boy. Now you will know the true power of the Force, not your mere half-used dark side fighting style, but rather the full potential of the Sith.
Twirling his lightsaber as he jumped straight for Anakin, looking like a lightsaber-spiked cyclone on fire, hurling himself towards Skywalker, who stood guarded and confident.
When you will not, Palpatine. Master Yoda, I sense the battle within you. And once all your Jedi are killed, I will give you one last chance to be my apprentice.
Yoda had enough. He used a very powerful force push to throw Palpatine back over his desk and into the wall, as Mace used the opportunity to run to Sidious and finish him. Yoda screamed for him to stop.
No!
However, it was too late. Sidious pretended to get up slowly until Windu was about to kill him when he used the dark side to spin very fast and slice the Jedi Master's legs off from the thigh. Screaming in pain, Mace lay on the ground looking at his severed legs, twitching in front of him. Palpatine moved to finish him when Yoda jumped to stop him.
It's your fault I died. You didn't train me properly. I was lucky enough that my master saved me and unlocked my full potential. Now you will die, old man.
Kenobi spoke with such hatred and defiance. However, Qui Gon knew the good was still within him. He knew he could bring him back. He couldn't kill him now. He planned to disarm him and save him, bringing him back to the light side. They continued their duel in a cluster of red and green movements. Anakin found it difficult to keep up with Maul's insane speed, acrobatics, and brute physical strength. He was lucky to have had lots of lightsaber training from Master Windu, who taught him the form of Vapad, a variant he invented himself from the 7th form of lightsaber combat. allowing him to channel his dark side emotions and funnel it through to his dueling. Maul leapt over any obstacle and off all walls, using his surroundings to his advantage. Anakin couldn't beat him. He was being backed into the corner when he heard a guttural noise as he looked at the corner of his eye and saw Obi-Wan move his lightsaber out of Qui Gon's stomach. Screaming with despair, he could feel the tears leaking down his cheeks as he dodged, ducked, and dipped under Maul's twirling blades. The dark side bubbled within him. Obi-Wan turned to look at Mace as he moved to finish him, who laid on the floor whimpering as he watched Yoda and Palpatine fight one-on-one with astonishing speeds. He knew this may be his death, as he was far too weak and immobilized to defend himself for long.
How do you like that, boy? 2 down, 2 more little Jedi pigs to...
Maul looked at Anakin straight in the eyes as he started to mumble a sentence but fell to the floor, splitting in half, this time vertically. "Let's see you come back from that," murmured Anakin. He quickly turned and drew on the Force to move Qui-Gon's lightsaber. Instead of summoning it to his own hand, he raised it in the air and threw it to Obi-Wan's direction. This was a power he was still trying to perfect, but it was far too difficult for him. He missed Obi-Wan, but he didn't fail completely. He managed to sever his hands as Obi-Wan raised his saber above his head, grasping it with both hands. Screaming in pain, he dropped to his knees and looked at his fingers, all moving around on the floor like spiders. Anakin moved to Obi-Wan, completely silent, but with hatred Mace had never seen before. Anakin's dark side was the only part of the Force he was drawing on after seeing Qui-Gon die. Yoda flew into the wall as Palpatine pushed him aside with the Force, looking at Anakin, telling him to do it. Anakin paused and held his and his master's saber up to Obi-Wan's throat as he looked to Palpatine and said, "F*** off." Summoning the Force to propel his and Qui-Gon's lightsaber through Palpatine's chest and out his back. With a clunk, the Dark Lord fell to the floor, eyes fixed on Anakin as he plummeted face first.
Skywalker, no!
As Anakin was about to end Kenobi, Yoda rushed to stop him, telling him he could be turned back to normal.
Much reading I have to bring Kenobi back to the light.
Anakin bowed to his master as Yoda called for medical attention. Jedi Temple guards arrived to escort Obi-Wan to his confined cell within the temple until Yoda could find the right books, or if all failed, he would search the galaxy for the legendary Jedi Wizard to do the job and bring Obi-Wan back. A worthy chancellor would be appointed to office while Anakin and Padme would live happily, awaiting the birth of their 2 children, Luke and Leia, whose names were already enrolled in the Jedi Temple, awaiting their training in the ways of the Force under Yoda, Master Mace Windu, Qui Gon Jinn's Force Ghost, and of course, their father. The galaxy had been restored to peace as the Sith were dead. Everyone lived happily ever after. Or did they?
Ah, Sidious. I knew you would fail. Now it is time for me to do it myself.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed part 2. Should we end it here, or should we add a part 3, where Plagueis rises from the darkness with his dark Jedi army? Let me know how you'd like that to unfold. The fate of the alternate galaxy rests in your hands. I think I should do a fanfiction contest. Would you guys be down for that? The winner would have their fanfiction made by me, along with a prize of a new lightsaber. By the way, everyone who is entering the next contest, all you have to do is get me 2 new subscribers and then send me their names over Facebook so I can enter you to win. So, let me know in the comments how part 3 would go. Thanks so much for waiting. I know you've been waiting for this one for about a week or so now. Please check out some of my other videos here and in the description below. Take care, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends. I'll see you all again in tomorrow's episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then,
may the Force be with you.